Jam TV.
È una leggenda della musica americana, un'icona degli anni 60. Con la sua prima band, i Lovin Spoonful, John Sebastian ha scritto pagine memorabili della storia del rock. Canzoni come Do You Believe in Magic o Summer in the City sono volate ai primi posti delle classifiche, trasformando allora i Lovin Spoonful in una sorta di risposta americana ai Beatles. Ma poi John ha avuto una carriera solista, è anche un session man bravissimo, suona l'armonica in maniera eccezionale, è anche un ottimo chitarrista. Insomma, lui è ancora qui oggi a 75-76 anni, più vivo che mai, più divertente e divertito, di una vita che dichiara per primo essere stata una vita molto fortunata. Siamo andati a trovarlo, abbiamo passato un pomeriggio con lui nella sua casa di Woodstock, già perché Woodstock è proprio il posto che l'ha consegnato direttamente alla leggenda. Lui ha partecipato anche in modo quasi casuale al festival, perché aveva saputo che c'era questa manifestazione grazie al suo amico Paul Rothchild, il famoso, leggendario produttore dei Doors e di Janis Joplin, uno che, come ci ha detto John Sebastian, sapeva tutto di quello che accadeva nel mondo della musica. Ecco come lui è riuscito ad arrivare a Woodstock.
You should probably go to this festival that's getting going at, wasn't even White Lake yet. But you should probably go because, a lot of your contemporaries are going to attend this thing. And I simply reacted to that by going out to the Albany airport and seeing what I could, how close could I get? Now you have to remember, these are the days when there was complete access to the airport. And I just happened to walk over to a picture window that looked out on the runway. And there's somebody loading a helicopter. And I look closer and I realize these are instruments going into this helicopter. And the guy turns around to get another instrument and I go, my gosh, it's Walter Gundy, the Lovin Spoonful's original roadie, who of course had continued on in the roadie business and now was the roadie for the incredible string band. Well, I start gesticulating, and sure enough, he sees me. It was a wonderful, a coincidence of how the sun is hitting the window and all of this, but he could see me, and he goes, down here, get over on there's stairs over here. So I go around to the side and go, there's stairs out onto the runway. Fine, I do that. I walk and I say, Walter. He goes, John, you're trying to get to Woodstock, I'll bet. I said, yeah, I am. He says, your only chance is to get in this helicopter because I've been flying over it back and forth. There's no access by road. There's no access to the airports. Forget it. There's nothing close. Fine, I got in.
Quindi grazie a questo passaggio di fortuna, davvero in tutti i sensi, John Sebastian riesce ad arrivare al luogo del festival a Bethel, New York, e di quel volo ha un ricordo fenomenale.
Got that perfect view of Woodstock, the flying over that you see in the beginning of the movie. Well, I saw that live, and it was so remarkable to see these just endless tents, sleeping bags, Volkswagen buses, tents, sleeping bags, just no space for, you couldn't see the ground anywhere.
Una volta sceso dall'elicottero, John Sebastian si è recato direttamente al palco. Lì ha trovato parecchi amici, tra cui il bassista di Santana, con cui ha fatto un giro per tutta la zona del festival, passando quasi un'intera giornata tra le tende, le persone, i vialetti e tutto ciò che circondava la zona del palco. Poi a un certo punto, mentre era sul palco, succede qualcosa di imprevisto.
I was on the stage more now, and there was a moment when we'd had a little rain, and I was just sort of, the stage was one of the protected places, so I was up there, and I hear this conversation. It's going on either side of me, Chipmunk and Mike. And I think Mike said, "We need somebody to hold them." And Chip goes, "Yeah, with an acoustic guitar, because we can't use electricity until we get this stage swept." That's right. And I'm listening to these two guys talk, and I'm looking out on this enormous audience going, "Yep, that's what we need." And then I looked side to side, and it was like a Marx Brothers take, where I looked side to side and I realized they're both looking at me. And I go, "Fellas, wait a minute. I may have a thumb pick. I didn't bring any guitar or anything." And Mike said, "Well, you know, in his level, very calm, well, you do have a few minutes to find one." So I run down into the sort of under part of that stage where most of the folks were relaxing, and Timmy Harden, who I had played frequently with, was relaxing down there. And I said, "Tim, they want me up here with a guitar. Can I borrow yours?" He, "Sure." So I went back up there and went on.
La presenza sul palco di Woodstock di John Sebastian è rapidissima, si esaurisce in meno di mezz'ora con una manciata di canzoni, ma le immagini che ci ha regalato Michael Wadley con il suo film sono ancora impresse nella mente di tutti noi appassionati. Lui che si presenta con questa uniforme psichedelica, jeans e giacchino di jeans tie-dyed con i colori psichedelici dati appunto dalla lavorazione con le candeggine, e poi quello sguardo beato, stupito, felice. Ma la mia curiosità è, fu felicità reale, naturale o artificiale?
I'm cautious. So when for the 40th time somebody offered me one of these, I don't know, they were green or purple or something, pills, I said, I'll pull off a little piece, bisect it, and I probably had enough time for it to have whatever effect it was going to have. So yeah, I probably was intoxicated by whatever it was, which, by the way, I still don't know. I'm not a psychedelic type guy. When you get right down to it, I was always very cautious, and LSD sounded like not where I wanted to go. So I think that would have probably only happened by accident. And then the other thing is that as much as I enjoy smoking pot, I don't do it before shows, because I know that it isn't a social drug.
John Sebastian ricorderà per sempre quei minuti trascorsi sul palco di fronte a quasi 1 milione di persone. Quella fu per lui davvero una grande esperienza.
So yes, I probably had a glide going, but the thing was the experience. The experience was what was making me happy. It really was the fact that this group of people, and I said it on stage, that had just been 6 or 8 people passing a joint around a coffee table, all of a sudden, it's the same coffee table, it's the same people, it's just there's 500,000 of them.
Ma per John Sebastian, a 50 anni di distanza, lo spirito di Woodstock è ancora vivo oggi sul pianeta?
The spirit of Woodstock it's in me, it's in somebody like Wavy Gravy, It's his efforts to reduce blindness in underprivileged countries. It's the humanism that comes out of the hippie movement, that it's very easy to caricature, it's very easy to make fun, but the fact is, it's the only way we're gonna make it on this earth.
Alla fine del nostro incontro abbiamo chiesto a John di regalarci una piccola dichiarazione in italiano, sì, perché non tutti sanno che il padre di John Sebastian è stato un concertista bravissimo e molto famoso, era un suonatore di armonica cromatica, girava il mondo, spesso veniva in Italia e John da piccolo lo seguiva, ha imparato bene l'italiano e ancora lo ricorda. Ecco che cos'è oggi la musica per John Sebastian.
La musica è proprio mia vita. Sono molto fortunato che posso fare questo per un job. Sono fortunato.